Welcome back to Flashbacks. I'm Tony from Comic Book Fans United, and today I'm going to be talking about the episode Fastlane. The villain of this episode is Joey Monteleone, better known as Tarpit. Now, this is the third Geoff Johns original character pulled from his time on the books into the TV series. And of the three, which are Girder, Peekaboo, and now Tarpit, I feel this one's the best represented of the bunch. Mainly because even though we see him as a human throughout most of the episode, covered in like soot and a little bit of tar, by the end we actually get a fully realized comic-accurate Tarpit, which kind of blew me away. Much in the same way King Shark blew me away, Gorilla City, Gorilla Grodd, those like cool CG effects that you didn't think that they had the money for, and then somehow they pull it off anyway. And this is something I really wanted to bring up because Season 2 has been very good at not compromising too much compared to what Season 1 gave us. Season 2 has kind of just been killing it with like their villains and just the over-the-top nature, the comic book-y-ness of everything. And this is something that's missing from other shows, not just, Marvel shows, but also even other DC shows. Nothing is like The Flash right now, and that's why I even do this show, because I want to give it that kind of praise. We see Barry use his speed to quickly learn quark matter theory in this episode by speed reading, and this is something all speedsters in the DC universe have done before, and they've actually gone to the extra length to explain that all of this knowledge learned is all short-term memory kind of stuff, where they have to learn it and apply it as quickly as possible because within a half hour's time they'll start to forget everything and then they'd have to brush up on it. This is also another way to keep them from being like godlike geniuses in their own universes. Like someone like Metron who uses the Mobius chair. I'm not going to go into it, but if you're reading Justice League right now, it's a really, really cool story. And Batman's on. I'm not going to go into it. It's just going to take me forever. But yeah, it was just cool to see them do that like quick little thing with Barry's speed. Now this is really just a throwaway prop reused, but I wanted to cover it anyway because it got me thinking. Which is when we see Joe and Iris and Wally all eating together, they're actually sharing a pie from Coast City Pizza. And previously when we saw Coast City Pizza, Barry had to run it over from Coast City, and it felt like it was a considerable distance away. This time, however, they just have it, and Barry didn't bring it to them. So it got me thinking, is it a chain of pizzerias now? Are they expanding? Is this going to be a problem for Big Belly Burger? I don't know, it was just one of those things where I was like, oh hey, cool reuse of a prop that's an obvious nod to Green Lantern. Now before I go, I just want to talk about one other quick piece of dialogue that happened in this episode that got me really thinking about the DC Universe as a whole. And that's when Harrison Wells snaps at Barry and says, on my Earth, I'm from Earth 1, alright? And it got me thinking that, it's not something that's really explored, which is what I'm going to call Earth 1 theory, in that if you're on your Earth is always going to be Earth 1. Earth 3 characters think their Earth is Earth 1. And it's not something that's really explored all that often, but there is established multiverses in the DC universe, not just in the comics, but as a presence overall, as a property overall. You have the universe set up on Flash and Arrow and Legends of Tomorrow. You have the universe set up on Supergirl. You have the universe set up in the films. You have the universe set up in the comics. You have universes set up in the cartoons even. Even Sunday Papers, when they did those are their own separate universe. And this is something to think about when you have something like DC Rebirth on the horizon in the summer for the comics. It just had me think, I'm not saying this is tied to that, but I just thought, wouldn't it be cool if that's what the big secret is that all of these universes are in the same giant multiverse, and in their own eyes, they're always going to be considered Earth 1 because that's all they really know and that's how people cope with things. People don't want to consider themselves secondary, they're always primary. And it was just something that got me thinking for way longer than I really needed to, and I've rambled on way longer than I expected to here, but I just wanted to present it because I thought it was a cool thing. And that wraps it up for this kind of meta episode of Flashbacks. As always, I'd like to hear from you guys, so please leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to try to make another episode for whenever they go to Earth 2 this week. And I'm going to try to get it out in a timely fashion, but life is kind of crazy right now for me at this time of year. And hopefully that settles down soon so that way I can get these out in a timely fashion. But if I am late, I'm really, really sorry. But at least I got the chance to catch up to now. Alright, so I'll see you guys whenever I can for the next episode. Take care.